Good morning, 11th students. Yesterday, I taught you some parameters for bonds. I taught you bond length and bond angle. Okay. Today, our lesson number 4 with the topic 4.33 bond enthalpy. Today, we will cover bond enthalpy, bond order, then resonance structure, and polarity of bonds. Okay, so bond parameters 2 we have completed. Now I am showing you bond enthalpy. Bond enthalpy means you are knowing, no? This one is bond length and bond angle. See, bond length and bond angle. Okay, length can be short, may be long. They are having the distance far, close, and this is the angle. Maybe the angle like that, more angle like that, they are having angle. Now bond enthalpy. What is the bond enthalpy? It is defined as the amount of energy required to break 1 mole of bonds of a particular type between two atoms in a gaseous state. Okay, I want to break this bond. See, HF, HCl or H2O. So we want to break this bond to separate these two. The energy required to break the bond is called the bond enthalpy. It is represented, unit is kilojoule per mole. For example, HH bond enthalpy in hydrogen molecule is 435. Hydrogen molecule. See, hydrogen molecule. So to break H and H, that is also gas and that is also gas, means H and H, H2 molecule. We want to break this bond. The energy required is 435.8. 435.8. Unit is kilojoule per mole. Kilojoule per mole. For 1 mole to break the bond, enthalpy required is 435.8 in kilojoules. Okay. Now I am telling you about double bond, triple bond, 498, 946. Okay. Now it is important that larger the bond dissociation enthalpy, stronger will be the bond in molecule. Means if I need more energy, means the bond enthalpy bond is more stronger. So more stronger means more enthalpy, or more enthalpy means more stronger. Okay. See, HH, if it needs less energy than this, means this bond is more stronger comparative to this. Okay. Like that for the double bond, for the triple bond. It is important that larger the bond dissociation enthalpy, stronger will be the bond in the molecule. For a heteronuclear diatomic molecules like HCl, see hetero means the two elements are different. Homomolecular means H2, same. See, here the electronegativity of hydrogen is less than that of chlorine. So energy is 430 for a heteromolecular. Just I am showing only you to the enthalpy. 431. In case of polyatomic means like H2O, NH3. In case of polyatomic molecules, the measurement of bond strength is more complicated. For example, in case of H2O molecule, the enthalpy needed to break the OH bond is not the same. See, H, O and O. Both OH bond 1 and 2. But this energy is not equal to this energy. Okay, they are having the different. Now bond lengths, covalent radii. Okay. Why? Because H2O, HOH 500 kilojoule per moles. OH again will break into H and O. So 4 plus C7. The difference in these values shows that second OH bond undergoes some change because of changed chemical environment. This is the reason for some difference in energy of the same OH bond. See, Both are having same OH bond, but it requires this energy because H2O will break into H and OH, this energy, and OH break will into this energy. So in ethanol and water, therefore in polyaromatic molecules, the term mean or average bond enthalpy is used. See, first energy is 502, second is 427 plus divided by 2. So this average bond enthalpy to break this H2O. See, we have to find both the energies for the first bond and for the second bond. We have to do the total of these two and divide it by 2. You will get average bond enthalpy. So in short, bond enthalpy is defined as the amount of energy required to break the bonds. What? 1 mole of bonds. Okay, followed? Now next, what is bond order? 4.3.4. In the Lewis description of covalent bond, the bond order is given by the number of bonds between the two atoms in a molecule. Okay? The bond order, for example, in H2O, H2 with the, see, bond order means for H2 or Cl2, HH, HH. Sorry, Cl and Cl. So only the single bond. So bond order is 1. In N2, before that O2. So H2, O2, N2. Here HH, here O, N2, triple bond. So bond order, single bond means bond order is 1, double bond means bond order 2, triple bond means bond order 3. Okay. Bond order is 3 and it's this mole, being one of the highest for a diatomic molecules. Now isoelectronic molecules and ionic ions have identical bond orders. For example, F2 and O2 minus 1. Earlier also I taught you isoelectronic molecules and ions have identical bond order. Now how? I will show you with one example, that is F2 and O2 minus 2. F2, FF, okay, O2 minus 1, O double bond, O. You have to show the number of paired electrons and non-paired electrons. So they are having see, I am showing you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this here 1, sharing total 7. Okay, now O, oxygen 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. O, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And sharing of 2 electrons. In this way, they are complete their octet. Normal, I am talking about O2. But O2 minus 2 means 2 more electron. Okay. So, 2 more electrons. So, you count the number. They are identical with this. Okay. So, they are having the same bond orders. For example, F2 and O2 minus 2 have bond order 1. N2, CO and NO plus 1 have bond order 3. A general correlation useful for understanding the stabilities of molecule is that with increase in bond order, bond enthalpy increases and bond length decreases. See, if bond order is 1 for H2, 1 or Cl2, 1. Okay. Now, bond order for oxygen, bond order is O double bond. So, bond order N2 and triple bond and bond order is 3. So, as the bond order increases, okay. So, a general correlation useful for understanding the stabilities of molecules is that with increase in bond order, bond enthalpy increase. To break this is easy, but for the 2 and for the 3, energy required more. So, bond enthalpy increases, means bond order increases. So, bond enthalpy increases. Okay. Now, our next topic is resonance structures, 4.3.5. Resonance. What is the meaning of resonance? Now, it is often observed that single Lewis structure is for of a molecule in conformity with this experimentally I am describing within one ozone molecule O3 oxygen and oxygen. See, number of electrons outermost orbit 2, 4 and 6. Here 2, 3, 4 and 5. So one less is here. 2, 4 and 6. Here are same 7. Here are 5. So here is the single pair. Here is the double pair. Now we want to shift this side to this and this side to this. So ulta. Again we can say 4 and 2. This structure will come here. O in between the same. And here single bond, double bond means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 6. You can see 6. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1 this 7. So extra 7 and 1. So instead of this, the resonance, these 3 lines means they are shifting their double bond to single bond and single bond to double bond. See, here with the dots it has shown, means single bond can be here, then double bond. If double bond is there, then single bond here. So this oxygen and all 128 pm, 120 pm, their bond length distance is this. But here in double bond less, in single bond more, and this 148 is going to shift there. Okay, this is the resonance of ozone molecule. Now in both the structure I explained earlier. Now this concept, according to the concept of resonance, whenever a single Lewis structure cannot describe a molecule accurately, a number of structures with similar energy position of nuclei, bonding and non-bonding pairs, see, of electrons are taken as the, this one is resonance, again is given the second name, that is canonical structure of the hybrid, which describes the molecule accurately. So ozone can be described not like this, not like this. This arrow shows means they shifting the single bond to double bond and double bond to single bond. So they are resonant, moving. So this is equal to this is equal to this. So instead of this, we can show like that. Okay, so this one is called the, this is also called the resonance hybrid. Resonance is represented by double headed arrow. Now some of the other examples you can do, the practice of the carbonate ion. Practice this carbonate COO, carbonate ion means 1 minus 1 is extra charge, and you can practice of this ion also, explain the structure of CO2 molecule. Now in general it may be stated that resonance stabilizes the molecule as the energy of resonance hybrid is less than the energy of any single canonical. So this resonance structure, resonance averages is the bond characters as a whole. Thus the energy of the ozonance resonance hybrid is lower than either of the two canonical forms 1 and 2. So rather this structure 1 and 2, this resonance third one is more suitable for the ozone or any molecule. Now many misconceptions are associated with resonance. What? The canonical forms have no real existence. Okay, misconceptions. The molecule does not exist for a certain function of time in one canonical form and for other functions of time in another canonical form. So shifting misconceptions. Okay. Third one, there is such equilibrium between the canonical forms as we have between tautomeric forms, keto and enol in tautomerism. Tautomerism will come afterwards in organic chemistry. The molecule as such as a single structure, which is the resonance hybrid of the canonical forms and which cannot such as duplicated by a single Lewis structure. Okay, so in simple, resonance means one side single bond, other side double bond. Instead of double and single bond, you can show like this, and the bond length also will be equal, rather than it is more, it is less, it is, its leg is less and it's more. So instead of that, this resonance structure is more suitable. Now our last topic is polarity of bonds. What is the polarity of bonds? Now In an easy way, I explain you what is the polarity of bonds. See, polarity of bonds. Earlier, I taught you ionic and covalent bond. Now, when covalent bond is formed between two similar atoms, for example, H2O2, Cl2, N2, F2, the shared pair of electron is equally attracted by the two atoms. As a result, electron pair is situated exactly between the two identical nuclei. The bond so formed is called the non-polar covalent bond. See, H and H both are sharing one, so this electron pair and this electron pair, see, I am showing you again nicely. See, if this is the 10, so in between this 5 center you can kill, in center the electron pair will be there. Okay, so this is called non-polar, this is called non-polar. The bond so formed is called non-polar covalent bond. Now H2, N2, F2, O2. Okay, so they are sharing equally. Equally, if they are sharing their polarity, as a result, electron pair is situatedly exact between the two identical nuclei. The bond so formed is called the non-polar covalent bond. Contrary to this, in case of heteronuclear molecule like FH, see, they are called homo. Okay, H2 is when covalent bond is formed with the similar two atoms. First one. Now second, I am talking about heteronuclear. What is the meaning of heteronuclear? Means one is H and other is N. This is in first group. This is to the seventh group. So they are easily loser. They are easily gainer. So in this case, here electronegativity in periods is going to increase. So electronegativity of fluorine is more. So if I am talking about HF, their bond length is this. So this electron pair, this electron of hydrogen is going to shift to the fluorine side. Why? Because it is more electronegative. So this pair not in the center but turns towards this side. And we can show the polarity like that. Means it is less polar, it is less electronegative. So towards fluorine, the atom, the element which is more electronegative, and pair we are showing like that. So it is called non-polar name. It is called polar covalent bond. Polar covalent bond. Understand? So as a result, the molecule possesses the dipole moment. We can say dipole moment. Moment means the electron pair is going to shift this. This is called the dipole moment. So which can be defined as the product of the magnitude of the charge and the distance between the centers of positive and negative ions. It is usually represented, dipole moment means mu is equal to charge into distance separation. Dipole moment is usually expressed in this. One dipole moment is equal to this, where C is coulomb and M is meter. See, I showed you earlier. 2, 4, 6 and one pair and one of this. So dipole moment towards the, for example, the dipole moment of HF may be represented like that. The arrow symbolizes what I explained to you. Now I am showing you in case of polyatomic molecules, the dipole moment not only depend on the individual dipole moment of bonds known as bond dipoles, but also on the spatial arrangements of the various bonds in the molecule. In such case, the dipole moment of a molecule is the vector sum. Vector sum. Vector means not a scalar quantity. Vector means some they are having the direction. In such cases, the dipole moment of a molecule is the vector sum of the dipole moments of various bonds. For example, H2O. So here the bonds are which is the bent structure. I showed you earlier in the angle, in the bond angle I taught you, which has a bent structure, the two OH bonds. See, this O and this H. This O and this H. Bonds are oriented at an angle of this. Earlier I taught you. Net dipole moment of 6.1. Dipole moment you can calculate like this. One dipole moment is equal to this is the resultant of the dipole moments of two OH bonds. See, one is this, one is this, one is this. See, I will show you. H2O, H here, O and O. Hydrogen is less electronegative than this, so this electron pair will shift to this. This electron pair will shift to this. Okay. Sorry. H2O, H and H. So not to this direction, but to this direction. Not to this direction, but to this direction. So this electron pair will be here. This electron pair will be here. So resultant, the dipole moment of this bond, okay, OH bond, first dipole moment plus second dipole moment. So the resultant is like that. Resultant dipole moment, OH towards oxygen. So arrow can be here only. So net dipole moment is equal to mu is equal to, we will calculate, and we can show 1.85 D. 1.85 multiplied by this one dipole is equal to this given for this H2O, and you will get this result. Now for the dipole moment for beryllium fluoride, dipole moments in BeF2, total dipole moment in BeF2, see, Be, beryllium, and F, like that, they are not forming the angle. So beryllium is less electronegative, but their dipole moment towards this, their dipole moment is towards this. So it is having bond moment dipoles in this, like that, two equal bond dipoles, two equal bond there. So the dipole moment in case of BeF2 is 0. This is because the two equal bond dipoles point in opposite direction and cancel the effect of each other. This is cancelling of this effect. Here they are forming angle and they are not forming angle. So this dipole moment is equal to this. So they are cancelling and total dipole moment is 0. But here dipole moment was 1.852. Now in I said for poly, now and tetra means 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. BF3, 1, 2 and 3. You can see B, fluorine is more electronegative. So direction towards this, direction towards this, direction towards this. So this effect and this effect will cancel and 0. Let us study an interesting of, okay. In tetra atomic molecules, for example, in BF3, the dipole moment is 0. Although the BF bonds are oriented at an angle of 120 to one another, the three bond moments give a net sum of 0 as the resultant of any two is equal and opposite to the third. Okay, and opposite to the third. So dipole moment of BF3 is. Now for the NH3 and for NF3, I will tell you. Okay. See, for NH3, N is more electronegative, so hydrogen towards nitrogen. NF3, nitrogen is less electronegative than F, so dipole moment towards this side, So the resultant will be towards this side, resultant will be towards this side. So resultant dipole moment in NH3 is this, in NF3 is this Coulomb. Dipole moment of some molecules are shown in table this. So I will explain you again for the NH3 and for NF3. Dipole moment of NH3 is this is greater than that of NF3. NH3 is greater than NF3. This is because in case of NH3, the orbital dipole due to lone pair is in the same direction as the resultant dipole moment of NH bonds. Whereas in NF3, the orbital dipole is in the direction opposite to the resultant dipole. Okay, opposite, towards opposite, and this one is towards upwards. The orbital dipole, because of lone pair, decreases the effect of the resultant NF bond moments, which results in the low dipole moment of NF3 as represented. Okay. Now in terms of the following rules, the smaller the size of the cation and the larger the size of the N, the greater the covalent character of ionic bond. The greater the charge on the cation, the greater the covalent character of the ionic bond. So this I taught you. So in this lecture, I completed our 3 topics, that is bond enthalpy, bond order very easily, then resonance structure, and then polarity of bonds. Only polarity of bonds you have to see in the covalent bond is formed between two similar atoms and between two dissimilar. Dissimilar, what is the that is the meaning heteronuclear. Okay, so you have to learn this formula, you have to do this, and you have to practice of this H2O, BF2, BF3, and NS3 and NF3 in your course, and you have to see the table. And the dipole moment become zero. How in this? Okay, students.